Nobody's watching. It's all right. It's okay. We'll see if anybody comes. We'll see if anybody comes. All right, let's see. Gotta pull up Arid. Here it is. All right, that's looking good. We got that going on. We need to get our... Hey guys, we're gonna be transcribing some music, some drum notation. What's up, Aiden? Aiden Pate. I guess I shouldn't say your last name on the internet. It's live. Everybody will know. Huh. Yeah. Well, this is not a live stream Bible study. I know that's what I usually do. Right now we're going to be live streaming some music. So, yeah, look, I can type in the chat and see you. We're going to be looking at this song called Hang On by Need to Breathe. Let me pull it up. And I'm going to be doing a drum cover of it soon. Monday, I think, and then I'll be doing a lesson on it. But I need to transcribe it out so I know how to play it. So let's take a listen to it, and then we'll see if it's working. You can let me know it's working. Hello, Emily. How are you? This is cool, man. Like I went live, and there's people here. So this is the song we're going to be checking out right here. Can you guys hear it? Here, I gotta mute this. First touch of summer, she's got. All right, so that's what we're transcribing. So I already started working on this thing. You can see here's the transcription right here. I've done the first, I don't know, like 2 sections. So let's listen to this. Tell me if you can hear this. I'm gonna play the drum part that I've transcribed so far. Let me know if you can hear it. Here it comes. We gotta get there. It's playing over to it. All right, here it goes. All right, then there's some rests, and then here we go. Oh, you can bail. All right, can you hear it? As long as you can hear it, that's cool. And yeah, you don't need to stick around. I didn't even think anybody would come to this thing. I was just working on this, and I figured I'd go live while I did it and hang out with anybody who wants to join me. So thanks for stopping by, Emily, and thanks for stopping by, Aiden. Good to see you guys. So we're gonna keep on transcribing. So that's the drum part so far. That takes us through the intro and then through the chorus, or the first verse. So this section here with the hi-hat and the triplets, it's the first verse. Then I think there's 2 measures of rest. So let me play that next section, and then we'll hear that. So just pulling this down over here so I can play it. I got the video on the other screen. I guess I can pull it over. It won't work because I have that full screen. All right, so let's take a listen. Here we go. This is what we transcribed so far. I'm kind of working out the kinks here. This should be better than it was yesterday. It'll get better next time, but here we are. Got your t-shirt on. First touch of summer, she's got your t-shirt on. Sun's going down, school's out, stars are coming on. You can rewind it, but you can't ever feel like you do tonight. Make a move in your mind, but don't rush it. Boy, you're about to see the light. 2, 3. So hang on. All right. There we go. Okay, so there's only 1 measure of rest. So we're on this measure right here. And he's dropping into that triplet groove. So we're going to grab the triplets here. This, by the way, software is software called Arid. You can see right here we have our kind of our quantization or what notes we're going to play. So I'm going to pick triplets because this whole thing is in triplets. And then it makes it really easy to just click the triplets in. And he's playing this groove that he already has played. So we know what's going on. And so I talked a little bit last time when I was transcribing about how I go about it. So the first thing I do is put in the snare, because I know the snare is on 2 and 4. So I'm going to put the snare on 2 and 4. And then the kick is on 1 and 3. And you can totally hear that if we do this. So if you take a listen. So see here, it's kick, snare, kick, snare, kick, snare. And then we already kind of know what he's playing because I transcribed what he's playing before. So I put the hi-hat on the foot on quarter notes. I don't know if he's playing that. There's a tambourine that's going on. He's shaking a tambourine. I'm not going to transcribe the tambourine part, but what he's playing is triplets between the floor tom and the high tom, and he's playing floor tom, snare, and then floor tom, high tom, floor tom, high tom, floor tom, snare, floor tom, high tom, and then that leads us into the next measure. So and you can see that's what he's playing on these measures up here. So that's kind of what I started on. So we got a measure arrest, and then he breaks into this groove. And the cool thing about this software is it's free, by the way. Arid's free. You just do a search for Arid, which is A-E-R-E-D. So it's A-E-R-E-D, Arid. And I put it in the chat there. Do a search for that, and you can find the software. It's free for like a trial version, but the trial version is really a full version. It just has a watermark on it. And the dude who invented it allows you to pay him whatever you want to buy it. So I suggest kicking him a good deal of money. Send him something to say thank you for making such a great, easy to use software. But then all I have to do is hit this button right here, and it's going to just duplicate the measure that I just created. And we can duplicate that however many times we want to. So then we can listen to what's going on in the music and then just tweak little things that's going on each measure. So that's what I'm going to do now. So let's take a listen to this section. So hang on to the light in your eyes and the feeling. Hang on to your love drum. So in this measure here, he does a double snare on beat 4. I'm pretty sure it's on beat 4 there. So we'll just adjust it. So instead of a tom, he does 2 snares, and then we'll accent this. Actually, let me remove this because I want to accent the snare on each one of these measures. So I'm going to go back to the original one. I'm going to accent the snares by left clicking, which is pretty cool. We'll erase these measures. And then we will add the accented ones back in. I don't know what's up with my mouse. All right, so there we go. And then on this final measure here, this one, we're going to add that double snare because he does 2 snares. He does a snare on 4 and then a snare on the lit. 4 trip lit. And then I like to double the kick there. So boom, boom, got. So it sounds kind of cool. All right, so let's take one more listen to that. I think that's where that is. Here. So hang on to the light in your eyes and the feeling. Hang on to your love drum for original reason. All right, so we changed it up. Actually, this double snare is on beat 2, which is interesting. I think he does something different in the first section. So that's cool. So we have this double snare going on. Now I'm going to take and copy this because I don't want the double snare. So I can copy all that. And then if I create a new blank measure like this, come on, mouse. I'm going to hold command. You can see I just click, and then it'll put my new measure in there. So all right, and then he plays this again 4 more times, so we can just play this 4. This whole song happens in sections of 4. Generally, when you're transcribing, that's an easy way to do it. So if you take the groove, we find the nuances, which this guy's a good drummer. I like listening to him. He's a good drummer, and he plays things in phrases. So at the end of the 4 measures, on the 4th measure, he plays something different, like the groove changes. So Yeah, and transcribing is where you take music that you're listening to it, and then you're writing out the part, the drum part. So that's what we're trying to do right now. So we just keep listening to the same song a bunch of times in a row, and we see if our drum part matches. So here it is one more time.
So hang on to the light in your eyes and the feeling. Hang on to your love drum for original reason. Hang on to the small.
Okay, so he does the same thing here on measure 4, beat number 2. He does that double snare thing. All right, so let's listen to what we've transcribed so far. So we'll go to this measure right here, and we'll take a listen. Three, four. Cool, that sounds great. That sounds exactly like what. All right, so 6 more measures of this, and then it changes a little bit, but it's pretty easy. So we're going to put this in, and then I'm going to pop this original measure in. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, so we got 6 more measures after that, and then it changes. So let's listen to what we got so far. We don't have to listen to all of it. We'll just do here. All right, I'm going to listen to that section again and then see what is changing, what's going on. Here we go. There's a lot of listening to the same thing over and over and over again. I realize that, but that's kind of how transcribing goes. So let's take a listen one more time.
So hang on to the light in your eyes and the feeling. Hang on to your love drum for original reason. Hang on to the small town you love but you're leaving. Oh, you won't be a fool for so long. So hang on.
All right. Can Arid be used with other instruments? No, you know, Arid just does drums. But there's another software out there that you can use any instruments that's free. It's called Muse Score. So it's I'll put it in the chat. It's MUSESCORE. Muse Score. You can go download that, and you can put any instrument that you want on Muse Score, and it's free. It'll also do drums. It's not quite as intuitive or simple as Arid. I really like Arid because it's just so easy to use. Like when you're transcribing drums, Arid is, I haven't found any transcription software that beats Arid. You can even drop MP3s into Arid and it'll play along with it. The problem is I couldn't get the MP3 to line up. I had to put it at 127.6, and even then, after a few measures, after about 20 measures, it gets off of the recording. So I'm just playing the recording separately. All right, so watch. So we have this measure here in Arid, and we have all these extra notes that we don't need. So all I do is just click the notes, and they'll go away. So that's kind of a cool thing that's going on. I'm gonna try something here because this is doing some funny stuff as far as like where the notes are lining up and stuff like that, and my ability to click on the notes. I'm not sure if that's because I'm live streaming or I don't really know what's going on, but we will prevail. We won't let it stop us. All right, so let's pull these notes out. He does like a fill here, like a triplet fill. So let's take a listen to that. So, bop, 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 bop. Let's see what beat that's on. Right. All right, so the triplet is on beat 2. So we have triplet and starts with on that like that. So and it stops just like that. Bop, 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 bop. So hang on, let's make sure. Bop, 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 bop. Yeah, all right. Great. Pretty sure that's what's going on. He does a little fill in here. Now, what we can do is slow it down. So if you look, this is a YouTube video that I'm transcribing off of. YouTube has this little gear down here, which is great for transcribing. You can go to playback speed and hit like 75. You can put 50%, and this is great for slowing stuff down to try to transcribe it. I have to mute my microphone every time I play it because it's coming through my speakers, and I noticed in the playback that it doubles up, and that's not good. So here we go. I'm going to mute it, and we'll hear it at 75. All right, so you can hear that slow, and then we'll do it at 50% even slower to make sure that we can hear it. It starts to sound a little bit weird. Interesting, it's not slowing down. Let me reload it and see if that helps. All right, I made it work. I have a plugin actually that you can see right here I used to slow it down. But normally you can just use that little gear. I think because I'm live streaming, my computer is kind of flipping out. It's doing some weird stuff, like the Arid software is not working 100% right. And I'm going to hit that save button just in case it decides to flip out on me. But all right, so here we go. This is slower now. Okay, so he does a kick here. Boom, ga ga ga. So we're coming out of that groove. So let's hear what that sounds like. 3, 4, and then back into the groove. So we'll put this measure here like this. Then if I hold Control or Command, I can click that groove back that we had once before. All right, let's look at this section. We'll do it at 50% speed. We'll do 75% speed. And I'll kind of keep my mouse on the notes as they go by so that you can see where they are and what's going on. And then we'll move on because we don't have to get everything 100% perfect this time around. We're just kind of getting the big stuff. So here we go. We'll back it up to where he stops, and then we'll go from there. Okay? I'm going to get rid of some of these other windows on my other screen. Awesome. If you're hanging out and you're around, drop something in the chat. Let me know. Are you a drummer? Are you not a drummer? Is this helpful? Are you learning? This is just, I'm just hanging out. I have some coffee. I know it's late to drink coffee, but I don't know. Coffee sounded good. I tried to go to Starbucks, and the line was like 50 cars long. So then I just went home and made some myself. All right, we're going to back it up to where that pause is. I think it's about right there. And here we go. I'm going to mute the microphone so you guys can hear the music.
So hang on to the light in your eyes and the feeling. Hang on to your love drawn for original reason. Hang on to the small town in love that you're leaving. Oh, you won't be a fool for so long. So hang on.
Cool. So I heard there's a kick here. I don't know if you guys heard that as it went by before. So he goes 1, a 2 T top 3, and then on beat 3 he hits the kick drum. So listen to that.
So hang
Did you hear it? I'll play for you one more time.
Oh, you won't be a fool for so long. So hang on.
All right, hopefully you heard that. Naomi, you don't know anything about transcribing. Yeah, transcribing is just it's just taking what you hear in a record. It's a lot easier if you can watch somebody play on YouTube and watch a video because you can actually see what their sticks are doing. In this case, we have to just use our ears. So we're listening to the song, and I'm trying to transcribe out the drum part. So here's what I've got so far. You can see that we've transcribed quite a bit of it. And right now the transcription is not 100% perfect, but it's getting the big stuff. It's getting pretty close. So we got like these double snare hits in here. I also heard in that recording through, after he does this double snare hit, he does a little fill like right here. I'm not exactly 100% sure what that is, but I'll get all the big stuff right now, and then we'll go back and we'll kind of clean up some of the littler stuff, little fills in here. Right now we're just trying to get the gist of the song down. So once we have this little stop section, he goes and he plays this groove. I think he plays an intro groove again. So let's listen. We can move.
So hang on. If you listen to the voices inside, they won't do you wrong. You can look back.
Okay, so now he's back to the hi-hat part. And if you're just joined us and you think, wow, that music sounds really weird, it's because I've got it playing at 70 or 80, 70% speed. So it's slowed down. That's why it sounds so weird. And we slowed it down so that we can hear it a little bit better. We can hear what's going on. And again, the software that I'm using is called Arid. It's super easy to use. It's super free. You just click. Like, you just click and the notes go in. So I could, if you got something that you want me to transcribe, we could transcribe it and then I could play it. It'd be cool. But yeah, so right now I'm transcribing this because I'm going to do a lesson on how to play these grooves, and then I'm going to do this drum cover. I think Monday I'll release the drum cover. So I got to transcribe this, which I already did, and then I got to go learn how to play it, which so far it doesn't sound too hard. It's fun though, man. I heard this song and I was like, oh man, I want to transcribe that. That groove sounds so fun. It's got a little bit of kind of that, I don't know what the name of that song is, but where they're like, do 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 do, hey, do 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 do, hey. You know, that song is going on. So it's got this cool triplet groove going on. I really like it. But right to Mukund, I don't know how to say that, but you got something that you'd like transcribed? We can totally set that up. And I want to teach you guys, like my channel, I don't know if you're here on my channel is mostly an education channel, drum education. I do drum lessons. I do drum covers too, because I just actually recently started doing those because they're kind of fun. But I'd love to teach you guys how to transcribe. And that's why I'm doing this live, so you can come along with me and see what I'm doing. That it's really, there's no magic to it. It's just putting in the time and listening and trying it and listening and trying it. So let's listen to the whole transcription that I have so far. And then you guys can see kind of what we've done. And you'll hear a lot of it's pretty repetitive. So here we go to the top, and let's fire it up. So it starts with kind of this rest. It's got this kind of ethereal arpeggiator coming in, and then the song starts right here. Three, four, 1, 2, 3. That's a nice groove. Two, three, four, groove. Four, groove, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then the singer does a little thing right here. All right, so that's what we've got so far. Super fun. Hey, thanks so much for saying that. That you thank for the great content. Yeah, man, that just means so much, and that's one of the reasons why I'm doing this live stream is because, like, you guys see me on that side, but I want to get to know who is on the other side of the screen. You know, I want to hang out with you guys, get to know you, like have a community going where we can encourage one another and build each other up. And if you have videos you're putting up, or you need help with anything, or you have a lesson that you wanna hear or something, like totally hit me up. I mean, that's what I do YouTube for. Like, I'm not on YouTube to get rich. Like, I don't make any. My channel's not even monetized. I don't make any money off of it. I'm on YouTube because I like music and I like teaching, and you know, I want to help people out. So that's why I'm doing it. All right, let's move on. So we got that section, and then we have this rest. The singer sings for a little bit. So I'm gonna put it back to normal speed, and then we'll see what happens. But I'm pretty sure that he's going now back into that cool triplet hi-hat groove thing.
Voices inside, they won't do you wrong. Be a fool for so long. So hang on. If you listen to the voices inside, they won't do you wrong.
Okay, so we got 2 measures of rest, and then on this second measure here, he starts the same thing. He comes in on the and then he's into this hi-hat groove, which this hi-hat groove is really cool. So the way that I figured that hi-hat groove out, the first thing I did, I just put quarter notes for the hi-hat. I put snare on 2 and 4 because he's got snare going on 2 and 4. So that's easy. So when you're transcribing stuff, like, get all the big stuff. Get the stuff that's easy, you know, that's easy to hear. So let's listen to this hi-hat groove, and then we'll put some more stuff in.
If you listen to the voices inside, they won't do you wrong. You can look.
All right, so one cool thing that he does this. He hits a kick drum, and then it's an open hi-hat. So I can do an open hi-hat by just clicking through, like this, and there we go. Oh, I put these as rides. Huh, oops. Let's move them down. And we don't want open hi-hat, we just want hi-hats. Okay. So yeah, so the first one has this long open hi-hat, and then it drops in. And he's playing the same groove that he played up here. Now, I already transcribed it, but just since you guys are in here, let's walk through how to transcribe this, right? So let's listen to it and see if you can figure out what he's playing, and then watch as I put the notes in and see if that's what you would have got. So here we go. Take a listen to it. I'll slow it down so that you can listen to it. And to slow stuff down on YouTube, by the way, I think I already showed you this, but you just hit this little gear, and then you pick the playback speed that you want, and you can go 25%, 50%, 75%. The slower you go, the weirder the music starts sounding. And then I also have this plugin up here that works better for me. It's this plugin up here. It's called Video Speed Controller, and you can get it with your Google Chrome. You'll notice, so I'm not using Google Chrome. I'm using Brave browser. I love Brave browser. If you're not using Brave browser, it's based off of Google Chrome, but it has an ad blocker in it. It's got some stuff to make sure that their cookies aren't being tracked on you and stuff. So look on any one of my videos down below, and there's a link to Brave browser. I really suggest using Brave browser because there's no advertisements. Even blocks all YouTube advertisements, which is pretty cool. All right, so take a listen to it and see what you get, and then I'll put the notes in that I hear.
If you listen to the voices inside, they won't do you wrong. You can look.
All right, so I'll give you one listen. I heard boot got to do got. So I hear a triplet thing going on here. It switched on me. Triplet thing coming down here. Like that. Let's see. Yep, but that's not an accident. It's a ghost note. And then pretty close to a repeat of this measure, but we're going to do like this. Let's take a listen one more time.
Voices inside, they won't do you wrong. You can look back over your shoulder.
Yeah, okay. So we got a kick drum coming here. The triplet moving into that. So got, got, boom, got, got. All right. So this is what I heard. And then I think he hits a tom right there. Let's listen one more time. Sometimes it's easier to listen to it if it's at regular speed, so I'm going to put it back up to regular speed. We'll just play that section right there. Here we go.
If you listen to the voices inside, they won't do you wrong. You can look back over your shoulder.
Oh, he did a little hi-hat thing, which is pretty cool. I dig that. That was nice. This guy's a good drummer. I don't know who the drummer for Need to Breathe is, but yeah, so I don't know, did you hear that little hi-hat thing that he did? Yeah. Can I type the song request here? And I hope I'm not distracting you from the main song. No, that's fine. That's the point of this. Hey, if you're here, I'm just hanging out. I'm really just hanging out. I was going to transcribe this alone, by myself. And so I was like, hey, I'm just going to go live. And if anybody wants to hang out with me, cool. And I'm really here to just answer questions and hang out. So yeah, whatever song that you think would be cool, pop it in there. And I'll check it out. And then we'll set up a live stream in the future where we can transcribe it together. And you can let me know like what time would be good for you, and I'll see if my schedule will line up. Because I don't think I'm going to leave these live streams up. I think this is like a one-time thing where we're just hanging out. I don't think anybody's going to watch this back for this whole thing. It's more about us hanging out together. Yeah, which is pretty rad. So yeah, that little hi-hat thing that he had there is fine. Yeah, put the thing in there, and if you don't feel obligated to stick around, anybody, like I said, I'm just transcribing. All right, here we go.
You can look back over your shoulders inside, they won't do you wrong. You can look back over your shoulder, yeah, but don't look too long.
Okay, cool. So he plays basically the same thing a few times. So what we can do is copy this whole thing like this. I can hit Control C or Command C. Then I can add 2 blank measures and then hit Control or Command, click that in, and then change this hi-hat to a regular hi-hat. So now we've got this groove twice in a row. So here's what we got so far with this groove going on. 2, 3, 4. Yeah, that's pretty close to what he's playing, I think. Let's listen to it again.
Over your shoulder, and look back, or listen to the voices inside. They won't do you wrong. You can look back over your shoulder, yeah, but don't look too long.
Yeah, it's close. Then he does like a little fill. All right, so a lot of this is just kind of putting in the, like I said, putting in the big stuff and then getting the rest of it going on. So, are you guys understanding what I'm doing? Kind of how this is working? I hope so. I'm just here talking to my computer screen, and then there's a few comments that pop up. So, but yeah, I appreciate you guys for checking it out and hanging out with me. I've been going at this for 36 minutes. That seems like a long time. I feel like I haven't gotten much done in 36 minutes, but my buddy Cody is texting me, so I should tell him, hey man, I'm live on YouTube. You should come. All right. My buddy's looking for a metal drummer. Any of you guys play metal? His band, one of the bands that he manages, their drummer fell off a ladder and broke his arm, and they need a new drummer. So if you're a metal drummer, you happen to stumble into the right live stream, you might get yourself a gig. I guess if you're good. All right, I'm gonna listen to this a little bit, do some transcribing. So here we go.
Look back over your shoulder, they won't do you wrong. If you listen to the voices inside, they won't do you wrong. You can look back over your shoulder, yeah, but don't look too long. It takes time to realize that your life's gonna pass you by. So hang on to the light in your eyes.
Cool. All right. They do that pass you by thing. It's like a triplet thing. I got to speed this back up so that we can get it in time. All right. I think this is right. This is how transcribing goes. You just listen and listen and listen and listen.
Don't look too long. If you listen to the voices inside, they won't do you wrong. You can look back over your shoulder, yeah, but don't look too long. It takes time to realize that your life's gonna pass you by. So hang on.
So he plays one more measure of this groove, and then bop, bop, bop. Pass you by, triple it. So it's a quarter note triplet thing. Yeah. Let's see. Bop, triple lit. I think that's what he's playing. Yeah. Bop, bop, bop. We'll put kick drum with that just because it's probably how that happened. Let's hear it. Pass you by. And then he goes back into the tom groove, the hang on groove. So let's grab a bit of that. That's up here. That's this groove here. So I'm going to copy that like this. Boom. And we go back down here. After that, pass you by. I'm going to put that in. All right. Now, he just plays this groove for a lot. And like I said, we're just putting the big stuff in, and we'll add in all the little extra fills and stuff here and there. But I think there's like 8 measures of this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. Yeah. And I would love to get drum lessons from you. How can we be in touch? Send me an email. And I've been doing, it's really funny. Like I've been playing drums forever. I also play guitar, and right now, like, I'm only teach guitar lessons. Not because I don't want to teach drums, but just because I've been teaching guitar. But yeah, I'd love to teach drum lessons. I can do like Skype lessons or Zoom over Zoom, or even just send me some YouTube videos and I can critique you and help you to get better. But send me an email or just send me a message on YouTube or on Facebook. My email is Mike. I'm using my website email right now on YouTube, but it's Mike at drumsandguitar.com. So yeah, and I'd love to help you out. And if you guys have any like suggestions for lessons, like that stuff's always hard to figure out. Like, what should I teach? I don't know what to teach. Like, that's why I need to talk with you guys more and figure out like what it is that you need help with, or what questions do you have, or what are you struggling with, or what would you like to see? So I started doing the drum cover thing because it's kind of fun, and then it gives me something to teach. So I think he does 8 measures: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Most phrases or phrasing happens in 8 measure sections. So Morning Sprites by Chick Corea. That's a hard song. 4 a.m. by John Beasley, Herbie Hancock cover. I don't know if I know that one. Let's listen to it. Let's see. I'll pull it up real quick. So yeah, 2 songs I had at Morning Sprites. Well, you know what? Maybe Morning Sprites is easier. Night Sprite is on the Leprechaun album, right? By Chick Corea. Yeah, that's a tough tune. Maybe I don't know Morning Sprites. Let me see. Let me pull up a YouTube here. And we're going to take a listen to first Morning Sprites. Morning Sprites, right? Is that right? Let's see. Morning Sprites, Jazz Trio, Chick Corea, Morning Sprite, acoustic band. Oh, with Weckl on the drums. Yeah, okay. All right, let's listen to it. Man, if it's Weckl, that's going to be hard to transcribe. Oh man, we're going to be here all day transcribing it. I mean, we can do it. Okay, yeah, super complicated. I mean, it's transcribable for sure. But how is there like a particular section of the song that you want transcribed, or are you thinking like transcribing the entire song? Because transcribing out like a jazz tune, like that one that we're listening to, is way different than transcribing like a pop tune. So this Hang On tune it's a pop tune, so it's super repetitive. Like the drum part stays the same. There's a little bit of fills here and there. A jazz tune is going to be different on almost every single measure. And so to transcribe that, I mean, you're talking about hours and hours and hours and hours and hours, 20, 30, 40 hours of work to get everything, perfect. What is that? There's a channel on YouTube that does that. But it's possible. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. We can look at Weckl solo at the end and at least turn some licks. Let's listen to that. Man, I love Weckl. I grew up listening to Weckl. Like, yeah, man, Weckl is such a good drummer. Like, and he's still good. Like, I don't know how old the guy is now, but man, he's still a great player. All right, and then John Beasley, 4 a.m. I don't know if I know that one either. Let's look at that. 4 a.m. John Beasley. John, how do you spell it? John Beasley. Let's check out that tune. 4 a.m. John Beasley. Herbie Hancock. Yeah, man. Jeff Tanis, Watts, another great drummer. You got good taste in music, man. You got good taste in music. You're listening to some good stuff here. So yeah, I dig that. That's cool. So I can try to transcribe some of that. It's tough, but I mean, yeah, it's gonna take a lot of concentration. A lot less of me talking and more of me making weird faces like this, slowing it down, listening, writing a little bit, slowing it down, listening. Grab Arid. This would be my suggestion. Grab this Arid software. It's totally free. Just go online and search for Arid transcription software, and see how you can do on transcribing something. It's you just learn as you go. Maybe start with something easy and then go along your way. Another really good thing to do is to find a transcription of something that is like already around. Like, so go to anywhere on YouTube and type just transcription of something, and then do your own transcription, and then compare your transcription to the transcription that exists. It's a really good way to learn how to transcribe, because you can see like where you went wrong, or how you're hearing something and how it might be different. So that's a good way to do transcription, is by doing that. So, well, I mean, I didn't get super far in this thing, and we've been here for 47 minutes. Thank you guys, everybody, for hanging out. I think my wife needs me to go and help me or help her put the kids to bed. So I think I'm going to sign off. But thanks for joining me. This was super fun. Like, oh man, I had such a good time. Right to Mukund. I don't know. And Naomi, thanks for joining me, and Aiden. But I'm going to sign off. I'll finish this transcription probably tomorrow morning. I'll probably do it on my own. And then I will, I think, release this transcription for anybody who wants it. It'll be part of my lessons this weekend. So on Friday, look for a lesson, and Monday. So it'll be either a drum cover and a lesson, or a cover or a lesson and a drum cover. I'm not sure which order I'm going to do it in. But it'll be on this Hang On that we've been transcribing. And yeah, these grooves right in here are great. These are like halftime shuffle feel almost, which is one of my favorite types of grooves. So, but thanks for hanging out, and I'll see you hopefully soon. All right, drop me an email or a message. All right, cool. Yeah, I had a great time too. We'll have to do this again. Yeah, in your email, let me know what time works for transcribing stuff, or just hanging out, live streams. I'm trying different times to see who can pop on, and yeah, thanks guys. I really, really, really had a great time, and like appreciate you showing up. So it's pretty cool. All right, I'll see you.